can we get her a classy coffee cup?
No, I was thinking about that, but I'm not going to hide that.
I think I threw a back out on that. This woke up a little slow this morning. They just make you guys rock stars. That's all my mission is. I want to be a rock star, and I need rock stars around me. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. Woo! Yeah, I feel crunchy, and I don't want to be crunchy. Look at my little Century 21 scarf, even.
I wish I had. It's okay. If I messed up, that's fine.
I'm not going to let you. I'm a goof.
Yeah, I'm not competing there.
No question. I definitely am a goofball. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to introduce myself and Preet Ubi, who's the listing agent at our Capitol Hill house. So here we go. Hi, I'm Dan Reich, and I'm here with Century 21 North Homes Realty. And I have Preet Ubi with me today, and she is the listing agent on the Capitol Hill listing that we just recently videoed. It's fun to hear stories of why people became an agent.
Yeah.
What did you do before you were an agent? What did you do?
I was a finance major. I was in the finance team for Chateau Saint Michel for 10 years, and I got.
Did you bring any wine today?
I have 2 cases at home.
There you go. See.
Yeah.
So you were there for 10 years.
10 years, and then I've done accounting for almost 20 years in the United States, accounting and finance. And then I got really bored.
Yeah.
Just, hiding behind the desk. And somewhere my husband always said, you need to get out there and do something different. You need to get out there. You don't know. He always talks about my confidence, but he says you don't use it at the right place.
Right.
So.
There you go. Good coaching from your husband.
Bossing me.
And go boss other people.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Okay.
So I did that.
I like your husband a lot. I'm going to take that as a good note.
He's motivating,
yeah.
Not always in a good way.
Yeah.
He's very motivating.
That's great though. So you 10 years at Chateau Saint Michel, and your husband's saying you're not using your talent in an area that is maybe more natural or.
So that was all the background, and then when we had a family visit from California, and they own vineyards there, and then they were like, hey, why don't you own some, why do you guys own a real estate? And we were like, well, we are looking into it, and then they were like, do you have an agent that we can talk to? And I said, no, not yet. And he's like, why don't you get the license? So he was an elderly, very respectful person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, I think you will do great. And then right after that, my husband and I, we went for our classes. So we both took classes, and then he's like, I'm out.
Why did he decide he was out?
He doesn't want to talk that much. He doesn't like prospecting. He's like, I cannot beg people to talk to me, or I'm like, you can't take it personally. It's not begging. It's just doing your salesperson. He's like, yeah, I can be. He's an engineer, right?
Right, and that's kind of engineer-minded folks are like that.
Yeah, I get done without talking to anybody.
Yeah, I don't want to.
And I always tell people he hates going to Subway sandwich place because you got to talk so much. He's like, I want to go and say,
wow,
number 5, please. That's
great. Oh, that's priceless.
He's like, don't ask me what bread, what cheese. He's like, I don't. Just give me number 5. So he doesn't want to go.
Well, now he can record it on his cell phone and then just play it for him.
He'll make me order it.
Meat, want American cheese, want lettuce, want olives, and just replay it. Boop.
His strength is his hard work, his hands. He has no limitations. He can do anything if he puts his mind to it, and he does.
Yeah.
But he's not a people kind of.
No,
person,
that's fine. That's why you guys are a good team.
But I was giving him your example. I was like, Jen and Dan, they're such a great team, and I think we can be a great team too and beat them, every single year. I didn't say that.
No, hey, you go for it. It's good friendly competition. I like it.
So, but he's not there. He makes really good money, so it has to be better than that. So maybe in a couple years.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple years. And that gives me peace of mind too. If I don't get a paycheck a year or a month or two,
right,
then at least we know that paycheck is coming. So, which he he hates the
stress of money.
Yeah, not coming.
Yeah,
in.
we don't like stress of money either. That's why that's what motivates us is just
See, that's the thing.
like it makes you work hard.
You gotta do it.
And I don't want to like get along with mediocrity lifestyle. I want nice things, and you know.
And that's his problem. He doesn't. He wants to be like mediocre as much as possible.
Really, that's not you though.
That's not me.
Yeah.
He's like, you should see his car. He's like, it takes me from point A to point B.
That's an engineer. That's how they think. It's not, the style of getting to point A to point B. It works.
It's disgusting.
So, but you kind of balance it out. You had to flare and
to fight for it,
So it
like,
makes
who cares what car you drive? I'm like, everybody.
Yeah, but that's what makes you a good real estate agent. You've learned to fight for it.
Except you, everybody cares.
Yeah, everybody cares. They want to see that you're working with somebody successful.
Do you record all that? It's all recorded. So people ask us mostly, why should I hire you versus
right
so and so. What do you usually respond to that?
That is a question that some days I'm in a real good zone for that, and I'm just waiting for that answer or that question. And then some days I'm like, I'm like, because I'm good and I've done it a long time. But it seems like the older I get, the more that I've done, the harder that question is to answer, because I have background in construction, I have background in lending, I know what lenders and appraisers are going to look for in a house. I know how to help restructure transactions. If they are blowing up and the lender's having problems, I know how to go and fix those things, or try to. And putting a house and staging it, I know what's important, what people look for. And with my background, and now I've done real estate for 8 years. Before that, I did lending for 27 years. Wow. And before that, I was in construction. And I grew up in construction. My dad was a subcontractor, so
you can
housing
say, you know this business inside out.
Pretty much, yeah. And so it's hard to brag about myself.
Yeah.
I mean, like
this is a perfect answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it is. It's like
for you.
Right. But it's on the spot. It's like, it's like they say really good sport players don't make really good coaches. And part of the reason is they're so naturally gifted, they don't understand
how to do it.
I just go and I do it.
Yes.
I just know how to.
Yes.
And so people that want to become great like that, it's like you have a natural gift or a talent and you become great, or you work at it and you get close to great, but you never get that recognition that somebody that just had that explosive talent. And even then, they all work very hard, and they coach, and they're disciplined, and they practice, and they practice, and they practice. Nice. I watched an interview with Michael Jordan and some of the Chicago Bulls after they won their 3rd championship, and they talked about how much free throw practice they do in the off season and how much they practice year round. And I was like, man, you are married to that sport.
Discipline, definitely. And the passion.
Yeah. So, and that's what, I like expressive. I don't know if right brain, left brain, but I excelled in the arts in school. And, it didn't matter what art it was, whether it was performing or it was painting or working with clays or whatever art was, I just loved it.
Really?
Yeah. And so to me, I go to a house and I express it as if it's art. And that's fun for me.
Wow.
So, those are the things why
it's so natural to you, and you enjoy it.
I love it. And it's fun and then when people allow me to take over and just do it, we get great results.
Perfect.
And sometimes people are resistant because they don't want to stage, or they, they kind of want to be a little involved too much maybe. I get that. I work with whatever comfort zones are, but I like when they just say, here, just do it.
Yeah, and that's where our professionalism comes in, because we are flexible, we are adaptable. We know that not all clients are going to be the same, so then we adjust our style to them,
right?
Still delivering above and beyond.
Yes.
So.
Excellent service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pre-Doobie, Dan Reich. Gotta hire us.
That's so true, though.
But you know, the reality of just life is that when you're on your way to a listing or something, you get a bad phone call, and you've got to show up anyway, and you put your smile on, and you're thinking about what happened on that phone call or whatever situation you've got to work through, and you get there, and then they're asking you, so why should I hire you? And you're like, give me a minute, I'm digesting this bad phone call I just had on the trip here.
Yeah, I mean, I just say because I'm really good at what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the other agent that you will meet, they will be...
Say the same thing.
Yeah. But, after our interview, it's going to be up to you to decide if whoever you're going to work with in the future, do you connect with them?
Right.
Right? Because this is just not going to be selling or buying a house. This is much more than that. There's so much, this is almost like, you do this maybe once or twice in your lifetime, and you need a partner that does this multiple times a week.
That's right.
Which I am.
Yeah.
I know my business. I know how to keep transactions going. I have contractors, vendors, anything that you need, I would be a great resource for you. So in the end, if you think you connect with me, I think that's where the decision
I like that.
In,
and that's really true. It
is. I mean, right? I mean, if it's like when we go for relocation, the other agent is there because they're also one of the top agents in the companies, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about that. It's not about.
It's about connection, like you said. I think
line.
it's because you're all the best of the best. You don't get to do that unless you're proven history that you can do well.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're there. You're sharp. You're the tip of the spear, and people.
They should be comfortable.
They got to connect with you.
Yeah, they need to be comfortable. Just like right now with this listing, right? I mean, it's been on the market for some extra time, and you really need to work together. At this point, you're a team because the goals are the same from day one, but it's a little bit more challenging than the first 2 weeks or the third week.
And see, this is a thing that you can't tell somebody up front.
Right.
It's how you're going to work when there's challenges or things don't go as planned. But here you are midway through this listing, and you've upped the game. You did a video, which a lot of agents won't do.
Right.
So there you go. You're backing that fact that you said you're the best and you're willing to.
I made them a promise, and I'm trying my best to deliver. And I always tell them, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. All we can do is put our best foot forward, and that's all we are doing. Your and my goal is the same, and we'll just try our best.
That's right. And you're doing that.
Yeah.
Going above and beyond. Yeah, well, it's a team, and that's what you get. And that's, I got to make sure when we're making our presentations to new listings that we get that message conveyed.